Hi, this is Dorothy Kilty of Raccoon Alley Creations, and I appreciate you watching my channel. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Now, I'm in a swap every month where the treasured page, Melanie, puts up a wonderful project for us to do that month and then send to each other. And this month, what she's got is to make a couple of kind of masterboardy pages and then cut shapes out of them. But what the twist on it is that she wanted us to make one that was mainly like reds and things, and one that was mainly neutrals, and then go together and put neutral on top of the red and red on top of the neutral to kind of bring them together. I thought this was really fun idea because it's, you sort of see focal points and things happening on top of each other and how that's going to work together. Now, I didn't want you to watch me tearing up a whole bunch of little pages and gluing them on. So I did that. One of the differences between my normal masterboards, because I do masterboards mainly when I'm just cleaning off my desk, is that I tore these in small pieces. Because when you're cutting a shape out of this, you want to have a mixture of backgrounds and stuff to make it interesting. Okay, so I'm going to start with this, the neutral one, and put things that are reddish on top of it. So the same thing, I want to tear up little pieces. And this paper, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if you can do the back. There's actually a little bit of texture and stuff on this. I just love it. The other thing is that, especially on these, you want some straight lines when you're doing something like this, but you don't want them to be all straight lines. And then this is the same materials that I used on the red page. So let's just kind of tear out. Now, one of the things that I learned from quilting that's kind of fun is that somebody once said to me, she's never liked a single one of her quilts if it didn't have some black on it someplace. It doesn't have to be a lot of black, but black it adds interest to the quilt. Anytime you're adding contrast to things, it just makes it more interesting. So I'm tearing off a few things here, and then we'll take a look at it after we get them out there to see what we like. Okay? And I do think that I do want the reds on the beige to overlap a little bit, and the beiges to overlap a little bit on the reds. I think that that will also add interest to the thing. I have this piece here, and I was playing around, and I ran this through my Big Shot, and I got some texture in it, and I think that that's fun as well. Okay, here's some with a little bit of color. I'm going to throw that into the neutral bucket. I'm not completely like only taking like flowers or like fussy tearing them to get them exactly, because that's not what I want. However, I do believe that these are acting a little bit like focal points. So having recognizable flowers is fun. So now the suggestion was that these be cut into heart shapes. And I'm not a big heart person. I don't know why. But I'm not a big lover of heart shapes. I'm a big lover of heart with people completely. But, okay, let's just start with these and see what we do with these and see how they look at. Now, I do have some other colors and some other shapes and stuff here that we can use. Also, I have like this sticker, which I think putting that on is going to be fun too. So I thought I had another sticker in this bucket. Well, I'm sure it's there. Okay, so let's try laying these out a little bit and seeing what we think. And remember, I can put some stuff on here, and then I can come back later and add more things to them. I do like to, when I have a straight edge, I do like to kind of put something kind of covering up the straight edge. Let's see, is that okay just like it is? Oh, this is 2 pieces. Let's move one of them over here. This is 2 reds right by each other. I think I want some red down here at the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna tear off another one of these roses, these stylized roses. Put down here. Let's put this going kind of up there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue them down kind of like this. So this one, I'm using Fabri-Tac for these. I'm getting quite a few layers, and I just want them to be well glued down. You can rub these to the edge with your finger, or you can just kind of take and kind of shift them a tiny bit as you're putting them down, and that will push the glue around a little bit too. So I think I'm going to put this one underneath that point. I think it'll add a little bit of, break it up like that. Okay, I am going to put this down first. Now, another thing that you can do to break these up, here I'm going to tear this off, is, stencil on, put some stenciling or some stamping on top. You could splatter on top. There's a lot of things that you can do to add a little bit more texture and interest to the whole thing. Put this down here. This one. Well, this is one of the ones I think that you would get wet and start, and I'm not going to do that. Okay, this one. I am kind of shifting these a little bit as I place them down. They're not necessarily in exactly the same position that they were in. Little face here, that's kind of fun, I think. Okay, in this case, I think I'm going to put the red more on top of this. Put them there a little bit. Now, the other thing about the straight edges is if you put the torn edge down on top of something, Then if you want to, you can come back and put something on top of the straight edge to break it up a little bit. Now this one also has a straight edge, kind of a straight edge, but that's okay. And I think I'm going to do something just about like that. I often will put something down and then walk away and leave it for a couple days. After looking at it for a while, I might decide that I want to add more to it, or like I say, add some stamping to it, add more pieces, whatever. And I'm probably going to do that with this. I haven't done this before where I've actually, you know, made a masterboard like this. I tend to just use masterboards for scrap. Okay, I want these to kind of come down this way a little bit. Let me put this one right in the center. I could also add just little variations on this just by turning some of these right side up and some of them upside down. The shapes that I'm going to be cutting are going to be going every which way. So these are not going to be you know, I think I like that like that. Let me put some on this. There's been a few places where the backs of this had some red on them that I liked better, or this could have been a little bit of a neutral. Okay, everything all glued down, yeah. Okay, we have this one. This one. And then this one. So I was talking about using black, and just, it doesn't have to be a dominant thing, although black with colors on it is just really, really, really amazing. So now my question is, are there blank spaces in here that I need to add more? Well, yes, over here there's too much. Let's see what I've got. I've got this. And this is kind of fun. It's a piece of a napkin that was left over. And same thing, I want smaller pieces, but these are also going to blend in more, because that's what napkins do. Okay. And in this case, well, let me see. Where'd it go? Which way did it go? Okay, we'll do this one. Oh. Gotta remember what you're doing. Okay, I'm gonna lift this up and put a little bit more over here. Now, I'm considering putting decoupage over the top of this when it's all done, but before I cut it apart. Just putting some glue here around the edges. I got almost more glue on than I do on the paper. Now, if you want to smooth it out and get rid of any wrinkles, you can. I like the texture that wrinkles bring to things, so I'm okay with not doing that. So I think this was a super fun exercise, and I'm glad that was our project for this month. Okay, I'm going to put this aside now, and now let's add neutrals to this. Okay, once again, I have a ton of neutrals here. This one, I'm going to add this one here. I'm going to put this right along the edge since I have this straight edge on this. I'm going to go ahead and just use that. Now, once again, here, as you can see, there's some black backgrounds on some of this, black lines through it. And even in this rose over here, I've got, there's black in it, as well as green, which is one of the colors that I kind of use for my neutrals. So, let's see. This is an old map that, okay, so I'm just gluing this in, and I'm thinking maybe that's not a good idea. Let's do what I did with the other one and throw some pieces around and see what we like. When it comes to music, I really like the beginning of the okay, I want some variation here. Let's throw some of this in. I actually think that putting the neutrals on top of the color background is more difficult than putting the colored on top of the neutral was. So let's see. And that's one of the reasons why I think this is such a good experiment. I'm just randomly tearing things. I am trying to look for a little bit of variation in the shades of the neutrals. You know, here's some, oh, look how much fun this is. This is like daisies or something from a McCall's embroidery pattern. And so I'm going to just tear these out more or less as they are. Now, again, you don't have to worry about getting exact shapes here because this is going to be cut apart after it's done. And I am thinking on this about cutting it, the shapes from the back without even looking at them. And seeing what comes up. I think that would be fun. I'm using all of these because I just love these, the patterns and stuff that they make. Okay, what else do I have in here that's kind of neutral, but that's different than, this piece is neutral. It's kind of grays, and it's a face. Okay. Okay, these are gears and things for some kinds of tractors and things from a catalog. And that's some different kinds of shapes. Here we have some kind of a gold. Okay, I think that's enough. So now let's see what we're doing. I kind of really like some of the the things I put in this background. So let's get this up here. Okay, let's glue this on. Let's see, I think we've got too much right there. Let's move some up a little bit. Maybe move this one down here by this. Okay, so we'll start up here and see if I can manage to not to knock everything off with the sleeves on my sweatshirt. Music. Let's put this one. I haven't inked any of these, and that's something that I quite often do, so not sure why I decided not to do it here. It's a little bit like crazy quilting. Whoops, bring my hands up here. I'm gonna put this piece down here a little bit. Let's see. I actually tried using a baby wipe to get some of this glue off my hands, but as you can see, I did not do a very good job of it. So I'm a quilter as well. You probably heard me say that before. And I've done a little bit of crazy quilting in the past. And this feels a little bit like that to me. You know, you're bringing different shapes and colors together. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to put those aside. Let them dry. I'll take a look and see if I like them still. And if I do... if I don't, I'll add some more to them, and if I do, then I'll get ready to cut them up. Okay? Listen, thanks for coming along on this little silly journey with me, and please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.